My name's Harry.
My name's Bull.
And this is Harry and Bull Save Canada.
Shout out to Rebel News for most of this coverage. We got a lot to show you, and we want to hear your opinion in the comments.
What do you think is happening here?
Well, radicalization in general quite often will show by people isolating themselves and changing their behavior, like changing what they're saying on a subject, like becoming more extremist. And if someone you know was very believed in equal gender rights, but all of a sudden are leaning towards like traditional values, and that might be a sign that they're becoming more extremist.
Well, there you have it, folks. Traditional values are now considered extreme to the RCMP. What's good is bad, and what's bad is good. We are truly living in the upside down.
The story also found that Witchy-Ituin failed to do background checks on foster families, resulting in First Nations children being placed in the care of sexual abusers.
We don't have a public registry to protect their privacy, but somehow predators are operating as foster homes. Fuck!
People say he's pure evil, but he's just misunderstood. I first started it as a joke, and then next thing I knew, I just started blowing up. And so I kept doing it and doing it. Next thing you know, I'm famous. A lot of people want to see me, and people are looking, and I don't want to disappoint them, right? So next thing you know, I've just been doing it every day just so I can make them happy, make their day. Now people are asking me to go to a barbecue, their birthdays. It's actually amazing how one guy can actually get a community together just by showing up.
He's getting pictures with school bus drivers and kids and families.
I've had a lot of support, that's for sure. And I just really enjoy. Like, nobody cared, but a lot of people care.
Of course he's eating cheese pizza when ya know. Michael Myers is a sexual predator and he's living in Canada.
And some of the residents loved his creepy interactions. But it turns out the man underneath the mask is also a convicted sex offender. Global News has learned DeBaker is a convicted sex offender, sentenced to 36 months in jail after he was found guilty of sexual contact with a child. He would serve 10 months before being released. DeBaker has photos online of his Michael Myers appearances to family barbecues and children's birthday parties.
And I don't think there's any.
So you picked up the kids dressed like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm just wondering why you have somebody posing as a little girl interacting with elementary school-age children. We have a sequel to the infamous Busty Lemieux story. Now, of course, you remember Busty Lemieux. He was that shop teacher at the Halton District School Board who dressed up as a grotesque caricature of a female, including Z-cut breasts. That was until Lincoln J and I busted him, if you will, outside the Mapleview Mall in Burlington. Because remember, he said he had a medical disability, that the breasts were not props. Well, check out the video evidence.
Mr. Lemieux, where are your breasts? I thought your breasts were real. Where are your breasts? Why are you dressing inappropriately in front of children?
Now, in the aftermath, we found out from a source that led to his dismissal at the Halton District School Board. But because we live in woke Canada, the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board decided they must have this person. Unbelievable. But then again, we live in a country where if you're caught with a small amount of child pornography, you get to walk. Incredible. It was not necessarily the school bus, but who was driving the school bus. Check out this video.
And I don't think there's any.
So you picked up the kids dressed like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Why do you call your bus the Lolita line? Why is it called the Lolita line?
He had a sign in the windshield of the bus saying the Lolita line. Now, you might recall that back in 1955, Lolita was a book, and the plot was about a professor who became obsessed with a 12-year-old girl, ends up kidnapping her, molesting her. I don't think Lolita is a term you want to use, especially amongst minors. I should point out that the Lolita line could also be a perverse reference to child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's so-called Lolita Express. So many parents, and we spoke to many of them at a nearby playground, this is incredibly disturbing. About...
You have to leave right now, please.
Oh, I do? Okay.
Thank you.
It's about a man posing as a little girl driving a school bus.
Yeah, no, you need to leave.
But he works for your company.
Leave now.
Do you think that's appropriate, though? No. Anybody? Do you folks work for Landmark? I did reach out to the principal at the school. He wasn't available, but I did speak to the receptionist there about the creepy school bus driver. Check out this voice recording.
I don't think parents know the bus company plugging in school all the time.
I'm just trying to find out what's going on. I'd love to hear.
There's nothing going on. The bus driver got transferred to another route, and they're done with. The parents won. They should be happy.
Oh, so see, that's news to me. I didn't know he had been transferred.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. The guy was harmless. He drove his bus, dropped off a student, and went on his merry way. I think everybody's just being a little ignorant about it.
Hi, how you doing? Is the manager here, sir?
No, not today. Hey, Danny, don't say anything.
Don't say anything? Oh, why is that? Oh, so are you with Landmark?
Yeah, but you've tried this before. Please leave.
Yeah, who is that bus driver that's
None of your business. Out.
Well, given that you're dealing with public school boards, do you think it's appropriate for him to dress that way?
Contact the school board. Out.
So Mike Myers only served 10 months out of his 36 months. We're letting people go free altogether, and this creep hops on over to another school. I'm speechless.
Of this individual, this time it was at Father Brasani School in York Region. Here, check it out. So he seems to wear this attire on a consistent basis.
Well, holy sweet fuck. Between that bus driver and these programs the CBC has for children, I don't know what to fucking say anymore. Roll the clips.
This book is about how Evelyn accepts her older sibling Tessa for who they are. All summer long, Tessa listens to music in the dark and yells at Evelyn when she knocks on the door. When Tessa finally comes out, Tessa says, "I'm not your sister anymore. Just call me your sibling." Evelyn practices saying they instead of she and them instead of her. It only takes her a week to learn. Tessa's parents take longer to learn, but Evelyn helps them remember. At the end of the book, Mom and Dad introduce the kids to a new neighbor. Mom says, our older child Tessa is not a boy or a girl. They are non-binary.
I love to run and play basketball with my friends, and I like to get dirty. But I am not a boy. I'm a girl. I like to play basketball too. I like to play dress up and wear dresses and put jewelry on. I want my hair to grow down to my toes. I was born a boy, but I am a girl. I like to put jewelry on too. That's so much fun.
The CBC is absolutely disgusting for this.
Fun in this fucking trash. We got no money here at all. Go ahead, give us a like and subscribe so we can keep bringing you the news uncensored. Now we're gonna finish off our segment with these shitheads. At least these guys are telling us their plans, but we still ain't doing shit about it.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Hey!
C'est toi.
Donnez-moi une seconde. Non, ne me touchez pas. Non, vous n'avez pas le droit de me toucher. Vous n'avez pas le droit de me toucher. Hey! T'as pas le droit de me toucher. OK, toi, on te voit en cours.
Parce qu'en ce moment, on fait ça avec arrêter pour entrer.
Entrave de quoi?
Personally threatened with arrest for simply trying to document a public prayer taking place
in the streets of Montreal.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu.
Many of you are already aware of what's been happening across the city since October 7, 2023. Hate marches and open public prayers have taken over the streets on a near weekly basis. One of the groups we have been documenting is Montreal for Palestine, who leads protests and public prayers.
Spreading the lies to scare people talking about the victory our people did in October 7. No.
Apartheid means a state that separates, that treats people differently based on their race or religion. So isn't Israel there?
There are even Arabs that sit in the Knesset in Israel. So I'm trying to understand.
Must be house Negroes, house Arabs.
Oh, really?
Really? Yeah. You know that?
Well, I'm glad you said that and I didn't. That sounds very racist to me, sir. What would happen to a gay couple in Palestine, sir?
What?
What would happen to a gay couple in Gaza?
Executed according to Islamic law. Islam doesn't endorse gayism. Islam doesn't endorse homosexuality. Just like Canada doesn't endorse a lot of things.
Do you think that's good?
If I were to...
Do you think that's good, sir? Do you think it's good for gays?
Canada, I would get executed, right? I would get prosecuted. In the same way, Islam doesn't approve of being gay.
Okay, so would you like to see Sharia law in Canada replace Canadian law?
At some point it will. You know, because we have families, we are making babies. You're not. Your population is going down the slump, right? And by 2060, according to Pew Research Institute, your research, by 2060, Muslims will be the biggest religious group the world over. Right. What are you going to do then?
Actually,
are you going to oppose Sharia even then?
Well, you know what? I'm very appreciative of the honesty. We don't usually get that. So you do support Sharia. You do want a Muslim majority nation in the West End, correct?
Just like you had a Western majority nation in the land of Native Americans, one day we can have a Muslim majority nation here in Canada. Right in your face.
So I'm just trying to get my head around what you just said, that you don't have any problem with gay people being executed just because of their sexual orientation. I don't understand that.
I don't have any problem with Muslims being executed just because of being Muslims.
That does not happen, sir.
It happened to me. It was very...
Wait a minute. You were executed? You're back from the dead?
No, I'm not from the dead. I'm just saying, just the way executing gay people sounds unfair to you.
Make a difference talking to rebel media. Don't talk to rebel media. Don't, because look at their history.
Just because, sir.
Look at rebel media's history.
Look at our history, sir.
Look at Canada Land and look at rebel media. Look at Canada.
Yeah, look at Canada Land.
Yes, Canada Land that's got you guys documented. Peace out.
It's the different laws, different customs, right? At the very least, at the bottom line, you can think of it as different people having different customs, and you have to, respect different cultures and customs. If you don't abide by Islamic law in a Muslim country, you get prosecuted. I'm not saying executed, you get prosecuted.
But sir, we have Canadian law here, and you say that you want Sharia law to displace Canadian law. That doesn't sound very respectful.
Not in majority, you wouldn't have any other option, my friend.
Sir, I'm just curious if the vast majority of Muslims want to live under Sharia law. I have met many Muslims who have left Muslim countries and are horrified to see those elements of those countries following them over to Canada and the United States. What would you say to them? Muslims that want to live a secular lifestyle.
You should go to your queen and tell her to change the laws.
Change the laws to what, sir? To Sharia law?
No, change the laws to not allow any more Muslims to come to Canada. Like if you are bothered by Muslims, because we owe our allegiance and our loyalty first and foremost to our religion, not to the queen, to be honest. When I went for my so-called oath, I was silent. I didn't say anything. It was your responsibility to make sure you got it out of me. So when I didn't say anything, I'm not liable to any.
You people seem so upset that all this honesty is coming out. Yeah.
You know what?
Just shut up.
Shut up.
Suggest you leave, please.
I'm keeping it busy here. You go.
But this gentleman would like to speak with me. Why are so many people here rude, sir? We're having a civil discussion.
No, you're fake.
This is what Canadian culture teaches them.
Or what, sir?
I'm not gonna do anything. Just stop. Just get out.
No, you're very, very smart. You're not going to do anything illegal in front of the police. You're very smart. You're smarter than I thought you are.
Canadian culture, they taught them. Because this is what you get when you, like, the way you raise them, the way you teach them at school.
We'll just gay our fucking way to socialism and then let the Muslims take over and Sharia law the gay right out of us again. Cool?